I'm ranaal-falaki.
I'm Patel.
And welcome to
the Nail It podcast.
This is your place to lead better, live fully, and laugh more. It's your blueprint to optimal performance. Hello, 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 and welcome to another episode of the Nail It podcast. Can you remember it, Bav?
Lead better, live fully, laugh more.
And laugh more. How are you today, Bav?
Good, I'm good. Thank you. You?
I am amazing.
You had some results recently.
Well, besides that,
Not those sorts of results, no.
Nina's probably, our wonderful guest you're about to introduce you is probably going to be able to help me with some of this, actually. So yes, it's A-levels results done, son in university.
Awesome. Congratulations.
After what has been actually a very, very emotional couple of
imagine.
And so, yeah, he got there. And of course, I'm waiting for the GCSE results. So there we go. It's a big week. But what I was going to say, why I'm so enthusiastic about feeling amazing is because I haven't felt amazing at all the last couple of weeks. I have been shattered, exhausted, going to bed at 9 o'clock, managing to get through my day with patients smiling as ever, like we all do. And then completely zonked out. I'll do a few hours work at home training or off coaching, and then my daughter's wondering what's happened to me because I'm going off to bed during the day. But I'll tell you what I did, and I realized it's a little bit alternative. I had a Reiki healing session.
What is that?
Well, our wonderful guest, no doubt, is going to be able to tell us a little bit more about it. But I mean, I myself am a Rahani healer, so it's about energy healing.
Right.
So Reiki focuses on your chakras, your energy centers, which sort of run along your spine, as it were. And if there's some kind of blockage, which I mean, often there is, like if there's an energetic block, like if you've undergone some kind of trauma in your life. Certainly for me, I never used to have a voice, and I used to always get throat infections, for example, having gone through a lot of trauma and abuse in childhood. So there can be all different things going on. But also, if you think about it, like in our profession in dentistry, right? How many times are we dealing with a really nervous patient and we feel really tense ourselves?
Oh, all the time.
Right?
All the time.
And then when they leave, you just feel absolutely shattered or much more exhausted that day, right?
Yeah.
So what we're doing is we're actually picking up patients' energy, the energy and the atmosphere from our nerves, the building, the mood of everybody else, right? We are tips. We just take it all in.
Yeah.
We do actually need that protection, and I think I had just done too much. And so this Reiki healing session she cleared me. I mean, I told you she was pulling out snakes and poles, and I mean, maybe that makes it sound a little bit too wacky for you, but basically they're representations of energy. And honestly, the minute she finished that night, I have been on fire this week.
Wow. Got to try it sometime.
You've got to try it. So maybe we'll find a little bit more about health if we introduce our amazing.
I don't know what they're finding me though.
So welcome to our amazing, wonderful guest, who I'm thrilled to say is also actually one of our team members of Nail It, and one of the I won't say creators, but well, she is really a creator. She contributed really heavily to the healthy page on the Breathe Dental Wellness platform. Her videos and information she's given are incredible. The amazing both nutritional and dental therapist, as well as qualified coach, mentor, and educator, Nina Farmer. Hi,
Nina. Hello. Thank you so much for having me this evening.
It's a pleasure. Did you hear the kind of the mimicky little drum roll that went as I just approached as I announced your name?
I didn't hear it actually.
I was trying to get it, and then I was like, oh, shall I start banging on the desk? The audio is going to just.
You're in sound effects. Yeah, we should do that. We need that.
Better try it again, Bavin. You better. I obviously didn't sound impressive enough. You want to try?
Go on. So this is Nina. I've had the pleasure of knowing Nina for about two years now, I guess. So we did the coaching, mentoring, education diploma together. Nina's one of the nicest people I've met in a long time. Genuinely nice person. She's one of those people that is just loyal. Because we did coaching together. We coached each other, didn't we? Or did I coach you, or you coached me?
Coached me.
Yeah. So we know each other. And she is someone that is so passionate about what she does, and it shines through. And that's the reason why we had to have her on the podcast. She is someone that does nutrition and dental therapy. And so, yeah, I don't think she needs a drum roll. I think she's
amazing.
right.
but not even just nutritional therapy, right? It's kind of integrative health, which we're going to get onto. But before we do that, Nina, you are on the Nail It podcast, and therefore we have to ask you, go on, Bav.
What's your favorite quote?
Okay, so I don't know who wrote this, but I've been seeing this a lot on social media recently. It's very much more sort of inspirational and it really resonated with me. So when I was asked this question, I just had to say this one. So it's called, so you might have heard it, but it says, life is strange. You arrive with nothing, spend your whole life chasing everything and still leave with nothing. Make sure your soul gains more than your hands. And I just really love it because it's about really focusing on things that matter, isn't it? Like your spiritual, emotional growth. And I think a lot of people do find themselves in that sort of routine, don't they, of wanting stuff and forgetting what's
Yeah.
really important.
Yeah.
Well, we're back to being a wantaholic, right? Which is what I always talk about when we have this addiction of wanting, thinking it's the pursuit of happiness or achievement or accolades. But just say it again. That was a beautiful quote. Give me some dramatization there.
I need some drums now as well.
Now you
Yeah.
need some drums.
It takes a minute or two for me to process it as well. So yeah, just say it again.
Totally fast.
okay.
So we can take in each bit.
Life is strange. You arrive with nothing. You spend your whole life chasing everything and still leave with nothing. Make sure your soul gains more than your hands.
I love that. Yes,
Me
exactly.
too.
So it's about enriching yourself, right? More than what you can hold on to in the material world.
It's
Yeah.
it's sort of an enlightenment, isn't it? I guess
Yeah.
enlighten oneself, and sort of forget about everything's material. You can't take that with you.
Yeah.
Yes, but when we grow as people, it doesn't mean we have to have bigger houses or better cars. It just means that actually we grow as a person from within, which of course I love that because that fits in so beautifully with Nail It.
Yeah, yeah.
Nina?
Sums us up, doesn't it? Really, yeah.
Yeah, we're
Glad
nailing
you
it.
liked it.
I love that.
Like that, I love that.
So Nina, I said, if anything, actually, it's not just nutritional health, really. This is integrative health, the stuff that you do. So you obviously started off as a dental therapist and hygienist. So how did you move into, or what was your journey to take you into this more holistic aspect of health?
Well, I was always interested in the whole body approach and giving, well-being advice to people. But obviously I wanted to make sure I was getting it right and it was actually evidence-based and safe advice. And I wanted to sort of make a real impact on people's lives because we're in such a fortunate position with seeing patients regularly to be able to do that. But then actually during this sort of time whilst I was on that journey, I started to have some hormonal problems myself. And I had to go on a little bit of my own journey of self-exploration and healing and actually feeling empowered by making those choices. And I wanted to be able to help then other people feel the same. So I went on that journey for myself, and then I also did it for my patients at the same time.
How willing might you be to go a little bit deeper into what that hormonal journey was?
Sure. So I was struggling to get a diagnosis for a start. So I was going round and round in circles. I was having blood tests and they weren't really able to give me a reason why it was happening. I was trying to have a baby at the time and I was quite frustrated because I wasn't getting the answers that I wanted. And I had to go sort of full circle from wanting the baby to trying to have the baby to acceptance of it wasn't going to happen. So it was a case of healing my body, getting it ready, but then also supporting myself through that sort of, that stressful time and that feeling of acceptance as well. And I guess that's very linked in with that integrated health because it's like life, it's that mind, body and spirit approach, isn't it, that we were talking about at the beginning as well.
So can I just ask, Nina, so you do dental therapy first and hygiene?
I was a dental nurse before.
Dental nurse first, then therapy and hygiene.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what did you do?
Nutritional therapy.
So it's an actual a course, a diploma? What was that?
Diploma level 6 in nutritional therapy. Yeah.
Okay.
And I
Cool.
used to do it at the weekend.
Oh, wow.
Whilst I was working in clinic Monday to Friday. And I used to say
Right.
that I'm doing this qualification that's supposed to make me about feeling wonderful. I've never felt
Yeah.
so bad in my life because I was working so hard. But I
So
stopped working on Monday and that sorted it out.
proper passion project then.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
But I know from what from the videos we did together on Breathe, you talked a lot about hormones, and it was also needing to make people aware that hormones isn't, people think, oh, hormones or hormone balance, and thinking, oh, we're just talking about female hormones. but actually we weren't, were we? We were talking about cortisol, and you see this happening so much now. They say actually the reason for weight gain, and menopausal women, you know, actually the reason you're holding on to weight, or the reason you can't lose weight, it's all because of the cortisol and the potential adrenal fatigue, which is so significant in dentistry, isn't it? So actually, when we're talking about hormones, like, you give some fantastic advice about regulating your diet and lifestyle habits to reduce that cortisol level so that you can actually allow the habits that you're trying to engage in actually work for you. Because there's nothing more frustrating than thinking, I'm doing everything, I'm exercising, I'm eating properly, and I'm not losing weight, or I still feel bleh.
And then getting more stressed and then exacerbating the problem. And I think a lot of the time is putting all the pictures together and people realizing how it's all interconnected. So how stress can impact your blood sugars, which can make you eat differently or make different choices, or your blood sugars can impact your stress as well. So it's putting that, connecting the dots with the patients and or even dental clinicians, and putting it all back together, and so they understand it, to be really able to paint that picture.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I mean, the stuff you taught me, and anyone can watch this on the Breed Dental Wellness platform on the Healthy page, was invaluable. And I have gone on to use it so much with my patients when I'm talking to them, obviously as a periodontist, so in my clinical world, but also even in myself. So, I am of menopausal age, in my early 50s. I think I've actually pretty much got there now. But having integrated your advice, my mood is much better. My hot flushes have all gone. Yay! But also, but this is a really good behavior change, actually. So, I mean, I am a bit of a fitness freak, and a lot of people who have known me or heard about stuff I do over the years know I sort of do all this hiking and climbing mountains, and I'm very, very active. And, you know, I used to be a fitness instructor, which is paid my way through dental school all those years ago. So really, really active. And of course, all the holidays I take my kids on are activity holidays, because I cannot sit still and refuse to do it. But actually, I really changed my behavior this year. So normally, I mean, we went to a place that was an activity-based resort. So you just can sign up to do as many classes and as much fitness stuff as you like. And I was really mindful in my behavior this year not to do my usual, oh, I'm going to go and do 3 HIIT classes and a body combat and a step class, which is typically what I would do. You know, 5 hours of cardio would make me feel amazing. And I had to really switch my habits and my belief systems to actually think, no, actually do some yoga, do some stretching, go and do some breathing. Do some body balance, and if you really want to do, hit just 1/2 an hour that day, because actually that excessive exercise creates cortisol. So you think you're doing all this exercise, and yet you're wondering why you're not losing weight, and you're actually feeling heavier rather than lighter. It's amazing.
And being excited and busy and happy, still the same hormones. So, you know, and we don't want people to stop being excited and happy, do we? But it's kind of getting that balance. If you are someone who's very excited and happy and on the go, trying to slow down and get that balance right as well.
So what you're saying is laughing's good for you.
It's really good for you, yes.
Yeah, I should be so healthy.
No, I should be healthy because I laugh at you, Bav.
Yeah, it's true, true. But I'm the funniest person I know. So, go on, Nina. What is the most common things you find in dental care professionals? Then, what are the most common challenges that we have?
With nutrition.
That you can give advice on to our listeners.
Nutrition, the stress that you see, yeah, any of that.
Yeah, well, it is a stressful job, isn't it? We do love our jobs, but we've got to admit it's stressful. We're meeting people's expectations every day. We're on the go. We don't always get the breaks that we need. Musculoskeletally, we're always moan about aches and pains, aren't we? And that's the start of it. One of the things that I sort of speak to a lot of professionals about is that they don't really have time for a lunch break, so they eat very quickly, and they can be quite sluggish and tired in the afternoon. So it's about trying to be a bit more mindful with the food that we're eating at lunchtime. Try and encourage some breathing techniques when we're eating. And I would say that to everyone at any time, you know, try to center yourself and get yourself into that sort of rest and digest mode. And so when you look down, your food is still there, it hasn't disappeared without realizing, and chewing it to an absolute pace and a pulp, because that's going to help your body to digest it as well. And I think that's probably one of the most important things, because, you know, if we don't chew it and digest it properly, we can absorb it.
I think it's a very British thing, isn't it? We always have the next fork ready.
Yeah.
It's like on the continent, they take so long eating and doing anything, right? We always get very impatient when we go there, and like even like waiters and stuff, everyone's just at their own pace. But when we're eating, I've noticed this that we've always got the next fork ready. So as soon as we swallow, we put another one in, and it shouldn't really be like that, right?
Taking our time, but also if we're not preparing our food there and then as well, our body can't get used to the smell of it cooking, so we don't get those juices going. So again, if we're just opening a lid and eating it, that can really impact it as well. So it's about breathing, smelling the food, get those juices flowing, and trying to
Yeah.
sort of really let your body know the food is coming.
If you said like chew it to a pulp, like if you just had to give people a general number, would you say, chew it for 10 seconds or chew it 8 times or 10 times?
I will never forget when I was a kid watching You Are What You Eat. She always said 28 times, and that's just stayed in my head now. Do you remember that program? You Are
Yeah.
What You Eat? Yeah. But it's just about getting it to a pulp. I'll have to count it and get back to you all on how many times I think. But I remember her saying that, which sounds a lot, really, doesn't it?
That is a lot.
Mm.
But you'll gain less weight as well, won't you?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fuller for longer.
And you'll appreciate the food a lot more as well because you're more mindful of the food and the taste and the sensations and the temperature and the flavors and yeah.
Yeah, the mindfulness practice, right? Which is exactly what we get. We
Yeah.
get people to do that at Nail It event as well. Just the mindful eating and seeing
Mm.
how that does. And you also mentioned breath work. So this is this whole idea of what we call vagal toning. In fact, we just sent out a recent email about it, thinking, have you toned your vagal nerve? And what that actually involves through breath work, and it can be fantastic for anxiety, for stress relief, for anybody who has health conditions that may lead to cardiac arrhythmias. But it also improves your digestion, right? So doing particular breath work before food.
Yeah, so it's the part of the parasympathetic nervous system that helps to get the juices flowing. So when you're looking at smelling food, that's the bit that's getting that all going. So by engaging in a breathing technique, my favorite breathing technique is the 4-7-8. I don't know if you've heard of that one before. I love this
You
one.
tell us about it and
Yeah,
Go for it. Yeah.
practice.
yeah. So you basically breathe in for 4. You hold
Should we
for
do it now? Should we do it now?
Right, okay.
You're coaching us through this. Yeah, go on.
Okay, so breathe in for 2, 3, 4, hold 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathe out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Is that
And
all through the nose?
so in through the nose, out through the mouth, and just
Okay.
keep going, doing that in like a circle. I would say 3 or 4 times before you eat. But you can do it with your mask on when you're treating patients. You can do it when you're driving, on the loo, wherever you need to, just to reset yourself a little bit and get yourself back into that sort of mindful state as well.
And that really is what it is, isn't it? Because we all know
Yeah.
the I shoulds. We all know what we should be doing. It's just whether or not we actually do it. So we have to become so conscious of our behavior, our habits, our thought patterns, don't we, in order to shift that behavior. Exactly.
Yeah.
So who comes to you, Nina, for help?
So I have my patients that I help, and I have probably every member of staff that I work with. Nina, what do you think of this supplement? What do you think of that? Lunchtime is usually a big chat about menopause. And then I have people refer patients to myself as well. I treat a lot of ladies with hormonal sort of issues. And I'm starting to work with a supplement company at the moment, helping them to make really safe supplementation advice as well, which has been really interesting.
Actually, this is great. And again, this is something increasingly we're starting, I mean, for ourselves, but also to offer our patients. I'm always being asked, particularly in peri, would you recommend any supplements? And I actually do.
Yeah.
And again, I stick to just a few particular companies, but why don't you just debunk the myth of all supplements are the same? This is your perfect platform to do that.
So I think the biggest misconception is just telling everybody they should be on vitamin D, which we should be on a very low dose. So 400 international units a day is absolutely fine and safe for everybody. But there's quite a lot of people recommending higher doses of vitamin D, like therapeutic doses, which again, absolutely mean well, but because it's a fat soluble vitamin, it's stored in the body, you can have too much of a good thing. So I would always say, unless you're going to be taking the NHS recommended, amount a day, which everybody probably could be on quite safely in this country with the modern day world and the amount of sunshine that we get. But if you are going to be recommending any higher doses, for example, for periodontology or implantology, try and get a functional test done first, or work with the GP so you know what that baseline is, so that we are providing safe supplementation.
What about these general multivitamins? Because my wife bangs on about them. I don't know what she does. She takes so many pills before bed, one for like all sorts of stuff, and she gives them to the kids, these little chewable ones. What do you think of those?
It depends what's in them. If there's vehicles and bulkers in them, it's hard to know without knowing the brand, but we should always have a food first perspective, always. We should get what we need from food, but we do need to realize that sometimes we do have additional needs. Research shows if we're more stressed, we use up more nutrients. If we've got digestive issues, we might not be absorbing much. During menopause, we need a bit more of everything as well. So a good multivitamin can be really useful. It's not got therapeutic doses of everything, so it's not going to do any harm. But
Right.
we need to make sure it's good quality and it's not got any, it fills up with, bulkers and fillers. It's got the actual products in it that we need as well.
So this is it. So how do people know what a good quality supplement is?
Or is it specific to the person, as in, does it need some sort of guidance to it?
Yeah, I would say with supplementation, it is good to work with someone like myself who's a nutritional therapist, because it's obviously safe supplementation. You know who is accredited. But if you are wanting to buy sort of good multivitamin and minerals, I wouldn't buy anything probably for less than about £30, if I'm honest. If we're
Wow.
looking at it that way. So if you look at these effervescent drinks that you can get for £2.50 in the supermarket, probably
Yeah.
don't have a lot in of what we need from that supplement. You
Yeah.
might get some hydration from it.
Are you talking about like Broccas?
Yeah, or the vitamin C and zinc ones
Yeah.
that you see
Yeah.
as well, the effervescent ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think, I think it's fair. Like, this is a non-commercial podcast. We can name a few. Like, I work with Cytoplan and
Okay, I was
Nutrient.
just checking. I wasn't sure if I was allowed to do that.
Why don't we? Because
Okay.
those are, because actually as dentists, you can become suppliers. You can get your own contract and sign up as a practitioner with these people, with these companies, so that you can recommend stuff out ethically as well. So we know they're really good quality. They've been well researched. And was there another one, Nina, you wanted?
BioCare, Nutri-Advanced, they're just moving over to be called Metagenomics.
Oh yes.
Viridian are quite good, and Viridian are a little bit less in the price bracket as well. But you said Cytoplan, didn't you?
Cytoplan, yeah.
Yeah. So they're kind of the main ones that I work with.
I remember on the course you had one that was good for hangovers. Well, which one was that?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm doing it for the listeners. It's just for the listeners, not for me, obviously.
That was just some electrolytes.
Okay, right.
It's just electrolytes. I can't remember the brand
Any
now.
specific names that I can just write down?
It's Arca, I think it was called, but it was just the electrolytes are often just similar blends of the same sort of thing. So a good electrolyte, can help with rehydration for sure.
Yeah.
And okay, here's a common one. I'm asked this a lot now because it's become a real trend, Nina. What about taking collagen?
So from my understanding, that collagen has more research with it regards to things like gut health rather than the beauty side of it. And what it does is it gives your body more bioavailable, available collagen to use rather than taking away from your own. So I'm going to be very honest. I take collagen every day. Being 43 and watching things change, and I have noticed my nails grow. My hair feels better. My skin feels quite good. But that's anecdotal. But from what I've read about it is it's giving you more to use rather than your own. So that's why I take it. But there's a lot of good research to show that it's really good for the gut lining as well, for the membranes in the gut.
Okay.
It's got to be doing something. You don't look over 21. Come on.
Yeah, you're the only one on the screen like that, Nina.
I know.
I'm next, and then he looks the
Yeah.
funny. Nina, so all right, so here you go. You have to practice what you preach.
Yeah.
Take collagen. So what's your, tell us, what's your favorite smoothie? What's your typical breakfast? I know you boil up a ton of eggs and they're your snacks. I've started to try to do the same. But yeah, come on, what's a typical day in the life of Nina?
I remember something about a colourful plate.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. But is that really her, or is that just what she's telling people to do? That's what I mean.
Yeah,
So
do as I say, not as I do.
I am quite repetitive. I quite like to just do the sort of similar things. I find it really easy for work, and I like to make it in bulk. So what I've been doing recently is boiling up eggs on a Sunday, about 12 of them, and I'll have 2 to 3 a day, either as snacks or breakfast. I've just started to make overnight oats again. So I've got some really nice oats, and I put chia seeds in. I grate carrot and apple and
Nice.
cacao and raspberries in it, and this is truth, I promise.
Yeah.
And then what I've been doing recently is I've been buying a lot of like ready-made bone broths, and I've been getting some just like spring greens or a mixture of greens, some chicken breast, putting it in the bone broth, and I've been having that for lunch. And I've now got the nickname at work, bone broth, so I can prove that it's true. Because they're like, what
Bone
do you
of
want today?
bone of broth, as in bone.
Yeah, so bone broth, 'cause again, it's collagen in, it's really good for your guts.
Wow.
And it's really tasty as well. I really like it.
Where's
And
the bone from?
so you mean what? So
Is in what species?
so it can be from any. You can get fish. You can get vegan broths as well, but obviously
Okay.
not bone. But usually chicken or cow.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
I have seen the chicken ones.
I've never heard of it.
I've got a ninja, and I keep threatening to make my own, but I haven't done it yet.
Wow.
And then when you get home and we've had that stressful day and the temptation is just to pig out on a snack.
Mm.
So I usually on a Sunday make a big batch of something in the ninja, and that can be a curry or a chili or what, because in the evening I have to consider my partner who likes to eat certain things as well. He wouldn't be happy with boiled eggs and bone broth, so I have to be a bit more considerate for dinner time. So we make a big batch of something every week, and that can vary. And I try to put loads of veggies in, loads of protein in. I hide bone broth in it sometimes, and that's what I sort of do with that. Yeah.
Gosh, that is serious discipline, but
That's proper planning as well.
yeah, it's planning, and that's all it is, isn't it? It's planning. I mean, it's
Yeah.
definitely inspirational, and it's a great way, from what you said, to be able to fit into anybody's busy day, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, anybody who's listening to the podcast, I would urge you to go onto the Breathe Dental Wellness. So it's breathedentalwellness.org /healthy page and watch Nina's videos, and you can download the healthy guide there as well, where she just shares so many tips from the way to make yourself active during the day, sleep hygiene, the food you should eat, how to regulate your stress hormones, your blood sugar curve. All that information is there. And then there are also downloads for men and women's health, your cortisol, your adrenal level, and even the type of exercise, food, behavior, work, etc. you should be doing depending on your gender and your age. So it's all there for you.
Also, the breathing stuff's on there as well,
And
it's all free, so there's no excuses.
Yeah, and if you sign up to silver membership of Nail It in Dentistry, which is completely free, then you get all those downloads and everything all accessible for you. So Nina, coming back to Nail It, because I think you've nailed it today when it comes to healthy behaviors. I'm feeling very guilty now.
Yeah.
How are you feeling, Bev?
Yeah, I always feel guilty after I speak to Nina. It was, halfway through that, I remember she coached me. So.
Yeah.
She did.
Shift those behavior
'Cause,
patterns.
at first I was like, did I coach you? You could. She definitely coached me.
Amazing coach,
Yeah.
she is, I know. So Nina, coming back to Nail It, obviously, I mean, you're one of our team as well. So it's a system for optimal performance. So the idea of achieving high performance without burnout. So sustainable high levels of performance, so you sustain success in every aspect of your life, personal, health, professional, the lot. So of the main 6 pillars, which are needs, attitude, integrity, limitless, intuition, and tangibility. So spells the word nail it. Which is your favorite and why?
So I feel like I need a drum roll now, don't I?
Okay, wait, I'm going to give it to you now.
Integrity. That one was really important to me.
Integrity.
I was thinking about it when I was thinking about which was my favorite, and I can kind of remember the time when I felt the most authentic, and how that kind of shifted in me to make me feel like in my personal power. So when I was, learning about the nutrition, but started to actually do the things that I was saying and feel it, I felt that I just felt different as a person because I was acting with integrity and I was being authentic. And that's why that one just really sang to me when I was asked which one was my favorite.
I love that. So yeah,
It's got so many parts to that one, hasn't it?
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest one. I mean, I've shared that one before, that it's my favorite, isn't it, as well? Yeah, so it's the valuable being blueprint. So it's about being you and how valuable we each are as individuals. So it's our values, our authenticity, our leadership, our ability to understand rather than judge, making sure that our ambition is healthy, shifting our behaviors so that we're conscious of it, our legacy, living our legacy, and our level of excitement so that we can really engage in everything we do with passion and excitement. And you talked about authenticity, and I've been interviewed on a lot of podcasts talking about that particular topic and sharing how I always thought I was authentic. And I think this is so important for professionals in general, and especially people in the dental profession, because we spend so long hiding behind, well, a mask, quite literally, but also hiding behind a mask of smiling, acting like everything's okay, not showing our vulnerability. We're kind of the leaders of the pack, as it were. So we have to be the strong one. We have to lead the team, whatever our role is, especially if we're the clinicians. We have to put on a show to our patients. And there is this inherent, unfortunately, competition that exists within oral healthcare providers as well, that instead of all sharing and actually all being vulnerable, we all just have this gung-ho attitude. And until you're truly authentic, which can take some time to realize, because you don't even realize you're wearing the mask because the skin is so tight. But when you truly shed the mask, so you are actually free, right? You have this sudden freedom to be completely yourself, which means you become more playful, you become more fun, and you do become much, much more successful. But it does.
Yeah, do you know what? Patients see it as well. Patients do see and value that as well. When you're truly authentic, people they can quickly pick up on someone that's being fake.
Yeah, even in sales, everyone
Yeah,
talks about ethical selling and all this other stuff. I
yeah,
mean, I'm sorry, like ultimately, even though we are sharing treatment plans, we are then ultimately selling treatment, and there's no selling isn't a rude word. So
no,
that's again something that has to be another belief that needs to be shifted.
mm,
But if you're truly authentic in
mm,
how you're communicating with the patient about the service that you want to provide, the treatment you want
yeah,
to provide, how much it happens to cost, exactly, they will pick up on that.
yeah,
100%. And being authentic and being willing to be vulnerable with patients, with
yeah,
our friends and our family.
mm,
My life is so much richer now that I actually am vulnerable with my friends instead of being the one who was always there to support them and always there to look after them. And I would be holding the phone thinking I haven't got anyone to turn to. And I mean, I have a lot of friends, but could never bring myself to show that vulnerability to them. And
mm.
I
It's a
actually,
very British thing, isn't it? I'm okay. Yeah, how are you? Okay. It's a reflex.
I mean, I don't even know about it being British. I mean, that's the whole aspect. We get onto then emotional intelligence with that topic, which again is another section of Nail It, that actually we're so used to saying I'm fine rather than actually there are hundreds of other words to describe yourself. But yeah, working on your authenticity is amazing. So I love that you brought that up, Nina. Thank you. Any final words of wisdom you'd like to share with us as we end this podcast today?
Well, firstly, thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure. It's been really nice sort of speaking to you both tonight because it's been a little while since we've been together, isn't it? So
Yeah, yeah.
just breathe, chew your food, keep your blood sugars nice and
Love
balanced.
that.
If you get your blood
Gee.
sugar get out of balance, you get, more reactive and you crave more. Drink lots of water and just keep going with it.
And so yes, how can people get hold of you, Nina, if they want to hire you as one-to-one? But I know you also do teaching and training and webinars and so on. So obviously you're one of our team members, so they can reach you through the nailitindentistry.com website. But to get to you directly,
Yeah, so you can email me nina@integratedhealth.me.
great, Nina@integratedhealth.me, and that will be in the episode notes. Thanks so much for joining us, Nina.
Thank you, Nina.
Thank you.
So what did you think of that then, Bav?
Oh, Nina's always a pleasure. It's always a pleasure chatting to Nina.
What's your one takeaway? What's going to change tomorrow when you go into work?
Do you know what? I think it is the chewing bit. It really is, because I'm that what she said. The lunchtime thing is you just sort of you find it in between patients and you should just eat when you can. You just straight back at it. And I have found that I get heartburn a lot in the afternoon after I've eaten lunch. So I take an omeprazole, which I know isn't great, but that's what it is.
That's a whole other podcast, by the way.
Okay, so that is definitely
Yeah, I need to start
now.
slowing down and chewing. I think that be more.
Next episode, Bav, I'm gonna hold you accountable to that, and let's see if we can put an end
Yeah.
to resolve.
Pretty bad, isn't it? I shouldn't have said that. Nina's still on the call as well.
Yeah, well, that's all we've got time for. So thank you again, and join us once more for another episode of the Nail It podcast. Lead better,
Live fully.
laugh more.
See you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the Nail It podcast. We would love it if you would leave us a 5-star review. And if you'd like to feature as one of our guests, or you're ready to nail it, then check out our events, programs and educational courses by visiting nailitindentistry.com.